mat, come to a seated position. If you've got like a block or blanket or pillow, you can use it to prop up your seat if you want. But otherwise, just settle in and roll your shoulders on your back. You can bring your hands to heart center or just place them on your knees and softly close your eyes. Just take a moment to settle in. And right now I can see, even though my eyes are closed, how beautiful this weather is today with the sunshine coming through my window and hear the birds chirping. So just take a moment to notice any sounds around you, any sensations you might be feeling. If you've had any stressful parts of your week or your day, just think about them here and just let them go. Take a deep breath in and a big sigh out. One more time, focusing on your breath. Expand your belly out, deep breath in. And deep exhale, let it all go. Slowly start to open your eyes, and we're gonna just take some time to roll out our necks here. I've had a lot of tension from being hunched over my computer this week. So we'll just take some time to relieve some of that. So if you place your left hand down on the ground, if it's on a block or the mat, that's great. And then gently take your right hand and start nudging your head towards the right side. Don't pull aggressively on it. You're just gonna place, it's enough of a weight on its own. Just gently place it and then just allow that soft opening of your neck. You should feel a nice deep stretch along the left side of your neck, and pushing the floor away on the left-hand side just helps anchor you a little bit more, and make sure that your weight is even in both sit bones as you do this. Inhale, release your right arm down to the mat, and we're gonna just switch it out. So bring your left hand to the right side of your head and gently nudge your head over to the left. Again, pressing in with your right fingertips. It's allowing yourself to open up here. And just let that go. We'll take a few neck circles here, just slowly rolling from one side and to the other, just to, again, bring some movement. And when you're ready, roll your shoulders down your back and take a few seated cat-cow. So puff up your chest, keep your gaze up. Feel the stretch in your whole spine. Exhale, round for cat. Take your gaze to your navel. Inhale for cow. Keep your gaze upward. Exhale for cat, round your spine. And we'll come to a tabletop position. So just take a moment to set up properly here. Check your hips, that they're stacked over your knees and your shoulders over your wrists. And we'll take a few rounds of cat-cow just to get the whole spine working here. So drop your belly, take your gaze up. Exhale, round your spine. And you can add in any organic movement. So if you're feeling extra tight just because of how much you've been sitting, you can extend your right leg to the back of the space and just get a full stretch there, and then switch it out, or maybe you round your spine. Any movement here that feels good to you just to get you warmed up. I feel like I've been constantly hunched over, so for me, I just need to move around a little bit. Press into your left fingertips, or excuse me, your entire palm on the side. Inhale your right arm up to the sky, rotate your chest open, take your gaze up to your right fingertips. And then exhale, thread it through for thread the needle on this side. So you're just gonna reach towards the left side of your mat. You can either keep your left hand planted firmly by your face, or you can extend it to the top of the mat, just to give more of a stretch. You probably notice that your left hip is up higher and they're not even. So can you shift your weight so that your hips are even towards the ground? You can leverage your left palm to kind of push you further. You should feel a great big opening in your right shoulder. This one's really good for undoing some of the stuff we've been doing to ourselves all week. And when you're ready, just come out of that, bring your right fingertips up to the sky. You can take some arm circles in one direction, and perhaps you swing your arm in the opposite direction just to bring some blood flow to that side. And we're just gonna switch it out. So plant your right hand firmly into the ground. Inhale your left arm up, take your gaze up. Exhale, thread it through on this side. And again, be mindful of your hips. Mine have automatically shifted, so just shift them back. And then you can extend your arm out ahead of you if you want, whatever feels good to you here. Just feel that generous stretch in your left shoulder. And when you're ready, inhale, reverse this out, bring your gaze up, your fingertips up to the sky. And then take some arm circles in one direction. And then again in the other one, just to work this out here. When you're ready, plant your palms, tuck your toes, inhale your hips up and back, downward facing dog. Be mindful to press even weight into both of your palms. Take your gaze up to your navel. And really just settle into this down dog. You may need to walk out your heels here or widen your stance. Take a moment to get into this a little bit. Inhale, look to the top of your mat. Exhale, travel there. Just widen your stance here for a moment. If your feet should be about hip width distance. Inhale, halfway lift to reset your spine. And then exhale, fold. You can grab onto opposite elbows. Perhaps you sway from side to side. Just really release your head and neck here so that you can fully enjoy this forward fold. You need more of a shoulder opener. You can clasp your hands behind your lower back and extend them overhead, whatever feels good to you. You may want to lean from side to side. Again, just getting some movement in from sitting so much is so good for us. Exhale, release your arms down. Inhale, walk your feet back towards the middle of your mat. Toe tips to touch. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, rise, or Vinyasa. Take your gaze up, all the way up. Inhale, your hands to heart center for a brief stop. Just, again, being here on your mat, not thinking about other stuff you gotta get done, but spending this time here with me and each other. Inhale, rise, take your gaze up. Exhale, swan dive down all the way, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift, iron out your spine. Exhale, fold. Plant your palms, step back to plank. This is likely your first plank of the day, maybe of your week or month. So just root into your fingertips, press away. If you need to come down to your knees, please do that. I do that often. But if you're feeling good and you want more out of workout here, you can come back to normal plank. Take your gaze just slightly above your mat. Inhale, hinge forward, come all the way down to your belly. Take a brief stop and Sphinx pose. So you'll bring your arms out slightly in front of you it looks like a number 11. And you can push into your palms as you take your gaze up. You can feel a great stretch in the entire front side of your body here. Exhale, release, come down to your belly. Inhale, back through tabletop. Tuck your toes, exhale, downward facing dog. We'll do one round of that in fluid motion just to build some heat here before we move on. So inhale, look to the top of your mat. Exhale, travel. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, rise, Vinyasa. Take your gaze up. Inhale, bring your hands to heart center. Close your eyes for a brief stop. Inhale, rise, take your gaze up. Exhale, swan dive down, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, plant your palms, step back to plank. Exhale, chaturanga. Lower down, keep your elbows near your ribs. Inhale for upward facing dog or baby cobra. Keep your gaze upward. Exhale, down dog. Inhale, right leg lifts. Point your toes to the back of the mat. Square your hips down to the mat. Exhale, bring it through for a low lunge. Drop your left knee, untuck your toes. Inhale, Anjaneyasana. Take your gaze up. Take some time to really get into this. So square your hips to the front of the mat. Really sink into your front knee. And if you can, if you feel open, you can really expand your upper spine to do more of a back bend shape here. Exhale, bring your arms down, untuck your toes, plant your left palm into the mat. Exhale, rotate open for an easy twist towards the right. Bring your palm back down. Exhale, bring your foot up and back. Downward facing dog. If you want to take a flow here, if you need more, you can take a chaturanga, up dog, down dog, or you can just hang out in down dog for a minute. When you're ready, we're going to just take this on the other side. Inhale, left leg lifts. Again, taking a moment, square your hips down to the mat. Can you engage your core to lift your left leg just a little bit higher? Exhale, bring it through. Low lunge on this side. Drop your knee, untuck your toes. Inhale, Anjaneyasana. Sink into your front knee. Take a moment to square your hips. And if you want to take this further, really open up top by bending back just further than you typically would. Exhale, bring your arms down. Plant your right palm on the mat. Untuck your toes. Lift your heel off of the mat. Inhale, rotate open towards the left. Take your gaze up to your left fingertips for an easy twist. Exhale, drop it back down. Inhale, bring your left foot up and back, three-legged dog. Exhale, down dog. Again, if you want more of a workout and want to take a flow, you can. I am skipping a lot of them today, so you are more than welcome to join me in that if you want. Inhale, right leg lifts. Exhale, bring it through, low lunge. Inhale for warrior one. So rotate your back foot down to a 90-degree angle. Inhale, rise. Again, shift your hips to square off with the front of your mat. Sink into your front knee. Take your gaze upward. You may need to widen your stance to allow your hips to really face forward. Always take this on your knee as well. You need inhale, swim your arms behind your lower back. Inhale, puff up your chest. Exhale, start to hinge forward for humble warrior. So here, it's important to keep your hips squared towards the front of the mat. You can let your head and neck hang heavy. If you need to, for balance, just grab onto the floor. You can just work on shifting your hips forward, really getting into this. But if you feel comfortable, you can always close your eyes or take your gaze to your back foot, just to test your balance here. Exhale, rise, warrior one. Exhale, open up, warrior two. So here you'll want to check your alignment of your feet. Your heel should be in line with the middle bridge part of your back foot. Sink into your front knee. Extend your arms out, and you'll want to take your gaze to your front middle finger. Lean into the front here. Inhale, reach towards the front of your space. Exhale, open up, extended side angle. If you have a block, a book, some kind of prop, you can always grab onto that. If you need to, you can rest your forearm on your knee. Just anything that's going to allow you to continue to rotate open and expand here. You can take your gaze to your left fingertips. If you want to bind, you can grab for your right hand behind your lower back. Anything that feels good to you, please take that. Inhale, burst open to star pose. Take your gaze up. Toes should be out, heels in. This is a very good pose to boost confidence. So if you ever have to do a presentation or something that you need some courage for, you can just come into star pose. It's a nice back bend. Exhale for Prasarita. Bring your hands to your hips. Point your toes in, heels out. Slowly hinge until you can fold forward. And here you can take any variation you want. So if you're practicing handstands or headstands, you can do that. If you just want to hang out in this variation, that's cool. If you want to take some side to side, or maybe you want to just rotate open to one side and the other. Again, this is your practice, so you take it to what you need. The forward folds themselves are so beneficial, and just getting upside down, allowing your heart to not pump as hard because it doesn't have to do as much work to get oxygen and blood flow to your brain. So just enjoy that as you settle in here. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, rotate over to your front leg for a low lunge. Inhale, bring your left foot up to meet your right foot at the top of your mat. Inhale, halfway lift to iron out your spine. Exhale, fold. Inhale, rise, Vinyasa, keep your gaze up. We're gonna take a brief stop in tree pose. So if you would like to balance and just test your balance right now, we're gonna root into our left standing leg. On the inhale, bring your right knee up. And then on the exhale, you'll open up to the side. You can place your foot on your inner thigh, your inner shin, or just kickstand it if you're really wobbling around and just need some more stability. You can just kickstand it here. And just anywhere on your leg is fine as long as you avoid that knee joint. So you can also play around with your arm variations in tree. So if this is enough for you and you're like, I'm wobbling everywhere, if you fall out, the great thing is you can get back in. But if you want to, you can extend your branches, you can bring your arms behind your back. Pay attention to something that's non-moving object. So don't watch me because I'm wobbling all over the place, but that will help with your balance as well. But if you're feeling really strong and stable here, you can also take your gaze up to the sky. That tests your balance. You can close your eyes. But the more that you firm and root into your left leg, the more that you'll be able to balance here. So just focus on that as you wobble around. And on your next exhale, just let it go, release it here, shake it out. Whatever happened on that side, doesn't matter. We're not symmetrical, so this may be a more challenging side for you, but hey, that's what yoga is about, right? So we're gonna root into our right foot. On the inhale, raise your right leg up, take your gaze up. And on your exhale, open up for tree on this side. So again, you may need to take a different variation. Find what works for you. And then again, grow your branches to however you need. The more that you can continue to open in the front side of your body, the more that you'll be able to expand here. One more breath. Exhale, release, shake it out. When you're ready, meet at the top of your mat. Inhale, rise, Vinyasa. Exhale, fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, plant your palms, step back to plank. Take a flow here. So chaturanga to up dog to down dog, or just need a down dog if you're just like, I am over this right now. I just need a break. So I'm skipping it. You can skip it with me. We'll meet back in down dog when you're ready. Inhale, left leg lifts. Exhale, bring it through, low lunge. Inhale, rise, warrior one. So again, shift your back foot down to a 90-degree angle. Inhale, take your gaze up. Again, you may need to widen your stance to be able to shift your hips towards the front of the room. Exhale, swan dive, your arms behind your lower back. If you remember which thumb you had on top, just switch that out. Or if this is your natural side, switch it out. It may feel a little bit funny, but it just helps retrain your brain a little bit. Inhale, take your gaze up. Exhale, fold. for humble warrior on the side. Again, take your gaze to your back foot. Shift your hips towards the front of the space as you continue to open. Inhale, rise, warrior one. Take your gaze up. Exhale, open up, warrior two. Again, take some time to set up here. Check your alignment with your feet. Your gaze over your middle finger sinks into your foot. And when you're ready, reach towards the front of the room. Exhale, open up. Extended side angle on the side. Again, you can take any kind of variation you want. If you want to go for the bind, if you just want to hang out here, if you want to test the prop or test your balance, you can do that too. Again, it's your practice. Inhale, rise, Prasarita, or star pose before we get into Prasarita. So keep your gaze up, send your arms, puff up your chest. Exhale, fold for Prasarita, toes in, heels out. Again, you can take the same thing you did on the other side, or if you want to try something new, you can. You want to crawl your fingertips out towards the side of your mat for like a very wide down dog. You can do that. That's really good for opening up the side bodies and your upper spine. So if you are like me and you're hunched over your laptop all day and you don't do anything to remedy that, this would feel really good. Just let your head hang heavy here. Again, just taking whatever you need. Two more rounds of breath here. When you're ready, curl your fingertips back. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, curl your fingertips towards the front of the mat for a low lunge. Inhale, step your right foot up to meet your left at the top of the mat. Inhale, halfway lift, iron out your spine. Exhale, fold. Inhale, rise, Urdhva Hastasana, take your gaze up. Exhale, open arm twist to the right. So your hips are naturally going to want to shift all the way to the right. Keep them steady and just move the upper part of your body to open up. So you may not get very far and that's okay. But if you can and want to, you can take your gaze back to your right fingertips at the back of your mat. Inhale back to center. Exhale, open arm twist over to the left. Again, taking your gaze to your left fingertips, but being mindful of your hips being square to the front of the mat. Inhale, rise. Exhale, fold all the way down. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, plant your palms, step back to plank. You can take a chaturanga if you'd like. If you want to skip all that, you can just meet in down dog. Work all. Work less. From down dog, we're just gonna come down to a tabletop. We'll swing our feet in front of our mat. Remove any excess flesh from our seat. Inhale, rise, take your gaze and your arms up. Exhale, start to reach towards the front of the room until your spine starts to round, and then you can let your head hang heavy. You may need to grab onto your shins, your thighs, your ankles, grab the bottoms of your feet, do that. Just again, whatever feels good to you. May not be too open yet to be able to get too far here. Inhale, slowly rise, back up. On the next exhale, slowly lower down to your spine, all the way down your back. Bring your knees into your chest, see out your arms, exhale. Bring your knees over to the right, bring your gaze over to the left. The important thing is to keep both of your shoulder blades pressed into the mat. So if you need to back off by bringing your knees more towards center, you can definitely do that. You may need a block or something underneath your bottom knee. So this is just a brief stop and a twist to rinse out. To let things go. Inhale your knees back to center. Exhale, bring your knees over to the left. Take your gaze over to the right. And again, this side might feel a little different, so be gentle with yourself, accepting whatever is. Inhale, your knees back to center. Exhale, bring your knees out wide for Supta Baddha Konasana. So your soles of your feet will touch. Your knees will be open wide. You can bring both of your hands to your belly, or one hand to your heart, one hand to your belly. Just briefly close your eyes here and take a brief stop here. This one's really good to open up the lower back. You know, maybe low back issues. I tend to have really tight hamstrings, and so my lower back is always an issue. And so this pose feels really good. When you're ready, inhale, bring your knees back together like a book. We'll take one round of bridge pose. So if you shimmy your heels towards your fingertips, on the inhale, raise your hips up to the sky. You can bring your fingertips together to interlace them behind your lower back and shimmy your shoulders under your back. But the more that you push into your feet, the more that you will raise your hips up a little bit higher. Exhale, slowly lower down. Inhale, your knees to your chest. Exhale for happy baby. So you'll grab to the outer edges of your feet. Bring your knees in towards your armpits. And you can either just hang out here, or you can sway from side to side, whatever you need. It's a nice little massage for your lower back if you do end up swaying from side to side. Inhale your knees into your chest. Squeeze everything as much as you can. All your muscles in your face. Squeeze, squeeze, squeeze. Exhale, Shavasana. So we're only going to take a brief one. You can take as long as you want, actually. You can extend this past our time together. So if you have time, this is the most important pose of practice, just to rest and thank yourself for allowing this time. So roll your shoulders on your back. You can bring your palms up to the sky to receive good energy. If you're feeling a little low energy, this is really great for that. Or if you're feeling anxious, or that you just need some more grounding, you can place your palms facing down. Soften all the muscles in your face and just allow yourself to rest here for a few moments before we move on with the rest of our day. As I mentioned, you can take as long as you need here. You're in your own space, you know your own agenda. So if you want some extra time, please tune out the sound of my voice. But if you are ready to move on with the rest of your Friday, start to bring some awareness and attention back to your body. Slowly wiggle your fingers and your toes. Perhaps you roll out your wrists and your ankles, just again, bringing some movement there. And when you're ready, point your toes towards the top of your mat and bring your fingertips above your head, just for a great big morning stretch. Exhale, roll to either side for a brief step and fetal pose, just a moment to collect yourself before we sit up. On your next inhale, push yourself up to a comfortable seat. Just where we started. Bring your hands to heart center, close your eyes. Hopefully you feel a little bit lighter, a little bit more open, a little bit more ready to tackle the rest of your day